You can ask people why Star Wars is so popular, and you get all of these various answers of the mythological elements of it and such. And I just think it comes down to George Lucas did something so creative and different that nobody had ever done before. It was this action adventure, this kind of rousing, you know, knights in shining armor in a more modern, futuristic age. Even though it was set a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And so the creativity, the uniqueness, the adventure, the action, added all together made it this, one of a kind phenomenon.
It was just crazy how basic and unfinished this film was, and yet it was just mind-boggling. It was fascinating. It was funny. It was scary. It was interesting. It was really compelling. And it meant that the guy was a good filmmaker first, not a good science fiction filmmaker. He was a good filmmaker. We knew this from American Graffiti, but I think a lot of people assumed, everyone assumed, I mean, from what I understood, that, okay, George Lucas is a great maker of Americana films, a great maker of films about youth. Well, the guys at the studios didn't get that. They thought, how could he ever make a good science fiction movie? Well, a good science fiction movie is only a good science fiction movie if it's a good movie first, right?
Mr. Lucas was also able to bring us, almost 22 years later, a brand new set of movies, the prequel trilogy, that even then, even in today's evolved standards, he still didn't feel we needed the nudity or the language in order to make it a great franchise.
It's Lucas's imagination. I mean, George can do anything he wants. I mean, if he made the first one, why couldn't he make? I mean, he made American Graffiti, but then he made Star Wars, which was, a fantastic, tremendously more fantastic movie. So, I think his mind is more creative than just about any of the directors that are out there.
I think what George Lucas was teaching people was we can all get together and along no matter what you look like, race, color, creed, and it's unity, There's a family ship there.
Lucas was useful to me because he helped me see the big mythological story in my own faith tradition.
One thing I would love to do is to actually meet George Lucas and just shake his hand and just tell him how much of an impact he's had on not only mine but my entire family's life.
And I think I would like to tell him what, I think it would be a great and positive thing for him to know what a huge impact he had in your life, just not because my son is a Star Wars fan, but just his whole life in general and what a good person he is. And I feel like the movies did that for him.
George would be very happy. George Lucas inspires us to create. He inspires us to write. He really, actually when I've been writing the project, working on the project, I kind of look at George Lucas as he would be looking over my shoulder, and he would just be like, you know what, that's what I wanted Star Wars fans to do. To think, to feel, and to create. Absolutely.